Hey ladies, my name is Brayden, and I'm straight. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be watching Fantastic Four first. Today I'm going to be watching Fantastic Four First Steps in theaters today in 3D because I think it's going to be cool to see them pop off the screen. So I haven't seen any of the trailers lately or any of the movie clips, but they look interesting. I saw the post-credit scene. Spoiler. I'm gonna say spoiler, I think. I don't know, maybe it's just a fake one. When I loaded up YouTube though, right on my For You YouTube page, there it was. Doom, the guy. So yeah, but I kind of wanted him to be in the movie, but it's really cool that they're gonna show him off in it, I think. But before, so I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna say my pre-thoughts, like what I'm expecting, what I want, how I feel about it, just like I did with Superman when I reviewed that, and then I'm going to tell you what I think about it after. But I actually was playing Marvel Rivals, and I am just on a losing streak. And it's not a problem, maybe I just suck, but I don't. Okay, that's the reality of the situation. I believe I'm the best Spider-Man man in the world, that's how good I feel. Or not even that, just like, no really, I think I should be up there. I'm one of the top guys. If I could keep competing to keep improving my skill to be better, I feel that I would be that great. But I can't get up there. Last season, in Marvel Rivals, I was hard stuck diamond. Diamond, right? Or platinum. Might have just graced diamond, who knows? Whatever is better. There's a huge problem with the game, and I think the problem is the developers. I'm pretty sure, I would just assume the player base is dropping because me personally, I don't play it as much as I want to or used to. It's just, like, what is the point? What am I doing? Like, I don't get what I'm playing for. There's just no rewards for people who actually try in the game, and I don't understand that. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do is play the game and be useful and try to win. Like, I don't care about the kills. Nobody's going to see your KD. Nobody. You're not going to invite a girl or a boy over and be like, look at how many kills I average as Spider-Man and Marvel Rivals, or any character. Like, who the fuck cares? Who cares? I don't. Of course I want to. If I could average 50 kills a game, that'd be so dope, you know what I mean? But like, it's just not possible. It probably is. Like, I believe I'm that good if I had the right people around me. But there's just no way. There's no way. They could just be doing so much more if they actually cared. Like the developers for the game are so frequent about it. Like, they continuously update the game, right? Like Fortnite or something, like old Fortnite is what I mean. So why, like, if they see their player base is dropping, why do they keep making it easier for the people that make their game toxic? Because the people that make their game toxic are not like me, who give the call outs, and I'm like, why are you just standing there? Like, like, what are you doing? Like, I start to be like, why don't you want to try? Like, why do you queue up? Because why are they playing ranked? Like, I want to rank up so bad. I have people just leaving, or they want to surrender. Like, who plays a ranked game and wants to surrender? If you ever, like, they shouldn't be an option. I understand why it is, but it shouldn't be an option if you actually care. Because you're not trying, you're just quitting. Like, what is your thought process behind that? And there's so many people, I don't know if they're from Overwatch or where it comes from. So many people are like, switch. And like, usually depending on your KD is what they call out, not that you're doing bad. Like, of course I'm going to be 1 in 7. I'm the only guy on a point. Like, I have 250 health. Nobody's healing me. What do you expect? And usually the healers are probably like a girl or something, because that's what it's centric to, being the girls. And as a lady, you probably want to help, because the player base is probably split like 60-30. 60-40 or 70-30 with boys and girls. Like, a lot of girls play, from what I see in TikTok comments. So So all those girls are trying really hard to just heal their boyfriends or whoever. Like that's probably rude to assume. Just heal who they are. Because every time I play, it's not like I've played with a couple yet. But if I do, then they probably break up after they hear me because I call their boyfriend out and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, why are you forcing her to play right now? That's what I'd be saying though in game chat, and that is not toxic. I'm literally so fucking lost. I'm having derealization. I just want to win so bad. I just want to win, and they're not helping me. So I just want to know what the developers think, what the player base thinks. This is just weird. Like I don't like. So I win a match. I'll lose 3 matches. I'll win a match, and then I just don't want to play anymore. Like I just get off because like, what am I getting out of this? I don't earn currency every time I win. I don't like not that like I need that. It's just like all I want is the validation of winning. But it's like if I queue up again, I'm just going to lose. And then like what I care about is my record. Like if people are gonna look at my account and be like, oh, you're one trick, even though I have played like I do play other characters. When I get in higher ranks and they ban my character, the other team, then of course I'm gonna be like Invisible Woman or Jeff or something or Rocket. That's just me personally. I don't really like the tanks or anything like that. Even though I play Penny, you see it like I play all the characters. It's just I want to be Spider-Man. I want to win as Spider-Man. That's the whole point. I don't have like I can't play Spider-Man PS5, so I want to win that as Spider-Man on Xbox. And you get to swing around and shit. I'm really trying my best, and they keep nerfing Spider-Man to the ground. It's like, what are we doing? Like what? Like, oh, and then people saying switch. Like they talk about Katie, and it's just like usually if I just talk to them for a bit, then they just like quit. Like they like not in like they're tired of it because that's how I be sometimes. Like, oh man, there's not even anything to argue with you. It's just like they actually listen and understand, and they're just angry people playing that nobody talks to. And I'm not projecting. Like literally nobody talks to these kind of people. Like they're the same type of people as me. But there's no reason to like take it out in a game and make your teammates like play worse. There's no reason. It's just weird. There's a lot of potential with cosmetics and stuff. Like they add a hot skin, Luna. Like what is the point? Okay, Luna's so chopped until she got the summer skin. She's so bad now. She's so hot. Like I want Luna on my team as opposed to when I used to ban her every time because she's kind of overpowered with her ult and stuff. But it's like are we just getting are we just trying to attract gooners? Like you're not gonna make money that way because people are not gonna keep playing. There's just gonna be a really low fan base. Like if it started out with a high peak, I don't know what else to say, and then people are like it's gonna fall off, and I really don't want it to. It kinda is though. Like I really want it to stay relevant and be good. It could be. There's content creators on TikTok. They're like, yeah, as soon as I get a dedicated fan base, I'm moving on. And it's like, why? Oh, like why? That sucks. It sucks that people are saying that about your game and you don't choose to improve it. What I'm not complaining about is nerfing Spider-Man. Like that is fine. Nerf whatever character you want. Okay. Spider-Man can't like get a full kill off with his moveset right now, which is fine. He's not supposed to, in my opinion. Spider-Man doesn't kill. I think that's what his teammates should do. Like if you have a Jeff on your team, he just laser beams, last hits them all, and it's crazy how effective that can work if they're actually competent and the Jeff is trying. But usually I see them just run away from the point and they'll just back up, and it's like Galacta is yelling in our ear to stand on point. The developers put that in. Like they gotta up her voice or something, or like put words on the screen. I just don't get what they're doing. Like a Jeff like that, I don't get what they're doing. I get what like a Cloaker or a Luna are doing. They're just trying to heal the tanks, but it's like as a tank, get on the point. As a healer, get on the point. Just get on the point. I can't stress it enough. Like no matter what, like it doesn't matter what team you're on. Honestly. Be on the point. If you are the point and you're pushing forward and you're doing so good, yeah, of course you're supposed to push ahead. You're not supposed to just stay there. You're supposed to have a few people, like two people, maybe a healer stay back, maybe a healer and a DPS. I don't know. A healer and a tank. like whatever. It's just these people are going off on their own, and I really feel like they just want kills so bad. And you can literally be anybody in the game. There's no meta. There's literally there was a fighter meta, and then before that there was a 3 heal meta. But there's no meta right now because healing is so trash that you could be literally 6 DPS and 6 TPS win. I've done it before. Or 5 DPS in a rocket, still one of the best comps. Not even joking. Like that is just the reality of what the game is. I've done it. I don't know what else to tell you. Maybe the other team was trash, but I don't think so. They're competent, from what I can remember. As opposed to all be doing a 5v6, and then they just sit and complain like, oh, of course he left. Like, dude, you're not even trying. You're not on the point. Like, I would leave too but I want to play. I want to win. I want to try. I want to be useful to my team. Like, I don't know. Not even my team. Just like. It's a game I like, so that's the whole point of it. Like, Spider-Man's supposed to be the, because that's the guy I'm in. He's supposed to be the 6th best person on the team, okay? And there's 6 people on the team. It's a 6v6. So that's how I see it. Like, I should not be the best person on my team often. That's just how it goes. Like, that's just how it plays sometimes, depending on who you select, which plays a huge role into it. Just be your main no matter what, okay? And if somebody takes your main, don't throw a hissy fit. Don't ban that character. Just pick somebody else. Don't ban your teammates either. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get what your thought process is. It's hard to go against that character. Okay. Well, your teammate wants to beat them. They can take care of them, and then if they don't, that's their fault. It's just petty. It's just weird, honestly, and it's giving insecure and jealous because you think that player's gonna do better than you. That's what I feel like. Or you just want to wear the mask. Not everybody can wear the mask, reality of the situation. Next, they're adding Blade. He's going to be another DPS. I don't care. I don't care about who they add or whatnot. But what I'm saying is, they got to make you want it. They really got to do something, because I'm just not enthralled. It's just not an interesting game to me. That's a lie. It is interesting. I love the callouts. I love how you could be like, oh my god, it's like clobber someone, bro. You know what I mean? That's my call out when they're doing bad. Like, smash something. You know what I mean? You're talking to Hulk, or it's like why the fuck is Banner out here, or something like that. It's just, you could say so much stuff. Or sometimes I'll be like Tyrone when I'm talking about Cloak. Like it's just a first name basis. Or you could say Tony Stark when you're fighting Iron Man. There's just a lot of call outs you can say. Like I've heard people call Punisher Frank. Like, why are we on a first name basis with the Punisher? There's so much potential. There's so much fun stuff you can do. I was in game chat. Nobody was talking to me. But there's a Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl's a really easy character to play, apparently. I don't play her, but all you have to do is sit there and just press one button like you do with Wanda. That's what a DPS is, kind of. Except for Spider-Man, it takes some skill. I play like a strategist when I'm Spider-Man. I wish I could heal, but I can't. It's not like Spider-Man can heal, so it's fine by me. He only has 5 webs though. 5 webs and 3 webs to get out of there. And I'm pretty sure they re-nerfed his webs to get out of there because it takes forever to recharge again. Imagine that. Imagine Spider-Man's trying to save you. Oh fuck, I'm out of webs, and he just dies right there. He just dies in front of you because he's out of webs. And that happens all the time. I'll die right in front of them. And then they'll shoot the ground after. What is that doing? What is that doing? We have other teammates right around you, okay? I see that. I see what you wanted to do, but you didn't do it. So just get back into the game, okay? It doesn't help. Oh, it like irks me so bad. What are you getting out of that? The game is interesting. I love the concept of it. It's just the player base. It's not even toxic. It's just bad. Like the people are just bad at the game. And it's like, why? Why are you playing? What are you getting out of it? Like, there has to be somebody who's going to comment, I just like getting kills. This is my favorite superhero. I didn't know you had to be on point. I just feel like somebody would say that. And it's just like, dude, it's a team game. It's a team game where you play rank and you get high. Like, if you don't want to play ranked, go in quick play. Or they made like Doom's something. I don't know. Doom match? There's a whole game mode where you can just run around and fight people and make friends, I think. Like, why? Why are you taking the team down? Why are you quitting? Why are you asking to surrender? That's That's such submissive behavior. I don't understand. It's not submissive. It's just a loser. Like, you're a loser. You went into the game knowing this could happen. You have to have. Because me, no way would I ever surrender. I still don't. I press B every time, and they. What I'm saying is, it doesn't benefit players who actually try. Good players who actually try, or just anybody, because when 4 out of 5 people, or when 5 out of 6 people surrender as a team, it literally just surrenders. So it just doesn't make any sense. Because more often than not, I know I'm not the problem. I will get 5 teammates who genuinely do not want to play, so they all surrender. Like, why are you in the game? Like, what are you going to do? You're just going to D rank, and then you're just gonna have to queue back up. All you do is brought me down as a person. Like, it's unrealistic. It's like, they're not real. They have to be bots. And I remember months ago, people were saying, we think there's bots, and I didn't have this problem months ago. It just, over time, more and more people just have this ego they want to feed, and I don't understand it. For what? Like, me personally, like, of course I have that dream of, I want to stream Marvel Rivals. I want to be the best player ever, and I want to show everybody. I want to show my skill off. But it's not like people are gonna think I'm the best because I average so many kills. They're gonna think I'm the best because I'm just up there and I constantly win. That's the whole point. I don't know how much more I could say about it. It's really confusing. It's alarming that the game keeps going stale. I don't know, it's not boring. Because when you see those mashups and you see 6 teams, I'll take pictures of it sometimes because it's like, oh yeah, I can work with this. Like, I can't believe these 6 heroes are together. It's almost an Avengers team of some sorts. And eventually they'll have like 90 characters. There's so much potential here. And I don't think that they're taking too long with the character releases. I think the characters they're choosing, like, I understand they have a story going on, it's for the story, but they really gotta add characters for the meta to like keep changing the game up and not making a meta, but like adding elements into it. Like a character like Luna Snow, she adds a whole different element to the game. She's got that healing circle around her and she freezes people. When they added Emma Frost, that was good. Phoenix, I like. But if they're adding another DPS, Blade, I just can't imagine him not being like Black Panther, and it's not a race thing. That is just like what's he gonna do? Just dash through people with a sword, or he's gonna be like, I mean, Magic's a better comp. They both play the same. Like, they just speed through people, and you can't really hit them. But I feel like Blade, you'd be able to hit. Is that his difference? He has a lot of health, and you can hit him. What they need to do is add healers that guys want to play that aren't Jeff and Rocket. And Adam Warlock. I think Adam Warlock, I mean, I get he's like hot or something maybe to some people, but he's not to me. And their character designs are so interesting, and they have so many skin potentials. But it's like, they're clearly Gunner centered, and I don't like it. Like, that's not why I play. Like, I want to play a Marvel game, okay? I understand that they want these micro purchases, but nobody's going to buy the micro purchases if they don't have a player base, not a large one at least. They could be earning so much more money than they... No, I feel like. Especially if they were, like, I know they're holding off on saving the classic symbiote and skin and stuff so that way they can release it and people are going to hop on and try to buy it and stuff. But it's like, if you release that in a few months from now, who's going to want to get it? Who's going to have it installed or be playing to want to get it? It's like, why would I go buy a skin for a game I don't even play, even if it's cool? Like, oh, I can see it on my phone. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, my friend has it. I just didn't get why you'd waste your time with that. Fantastic Four First Steps review. Before what I want from it. At first, I really didn't like the castings. Just being honest, like, not even Sue Storm's. She was the only one I was fine with. Oh, no. Ben Grimm's, of course I liked his. From The Bear. Great actor. Then they grew on me after a few trailers. Like, right now, this is the reality of what they're doing with Marvel. I feel like I didn't like it because what they were building just seemed kind of odd. But the storyline, it's what I thought it was going to be, I'm pretty sure. And that's what I like. It's a different universe. And at the end of the movie, they transport from that universe into the main one. Because Galactus, wants their child, and I always thought their child was going to exist. Like, I thought, it's called First Steps. I always knew from the start that they were going to have a baby, okay? I'm not trying to be like any sort of way. It's like I genuinely just, like, yeah, I knew that. I called that. I also called in Stranger Things, when they saw Henry in season 4, when Henry was in the house or whatever, I called that. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, why are they showing this kid? Like, that's Vecna. Like, no way, it's not. So I got him. I'm good. No.
No? Okay.
Housekeeping bothered me for no reason. As if they weren't already on my floor. I'm for real upset about that. Because I feel like it was just because I was talking. It's like, don't be like that. Johnny Storm. Chris Evans did a really good job as Johnny Storm. I don't like seeing Chris Evans as Johnny Storm because he's way more Captain America in my head, if that makes sense. Like, Reed Richards from those movies is way more Reed Richards looking than Pedro Pascal. That was a huge problem I had. And when I hear him talking in the trailers where he's like, we don't know, it's like, oh, okay. Like, I can really see him carrying that weight. They hired a big name like they did with Robert Downey Jr. I think that was smart. I'm pretty sure Robert Downey Jr. was a big name back then. And it saved his career or something. And like, Pedro Pascal needs a career to be saved. But him being front and center is one of the great minds in the Marvel Universe. Yeah, I can see that. So the whole thing with them being the only superheroes in their universe, I'm pretty sure. It'd be cool if they had like their own Spider-Man and they reference that in the movie. But they probably won't. That's what I'm excited for, is see stuff like that though. Because I heard it was good, that it looks really nice. All the future, like the futuristic 60s stuff, sort of like Fallout. That all looks good, is what I hear. Which would be kind of worrisome. I thought Superman had a lot of CGI. People keep saying, oh, I'm thinking about Superman, it was so good. I'm being 100 with y'all. I rated it like almost a 9, an 8.5 maybe. It's more like a 7.9 or 7.5 in my head right now. It's, or lower than that. It's just like, it's just there. It started the universe, but it's just there. I don't think when like 10 years into the DC thing that James Gunn's building, or I mean 10 movies in, I don't think I'm gonna look back and be like, oh yeah, Superman, that was the best one. That was like it's rewatchable, but it's not like binge rewatchable in my opinion. It just like, it's really grounded through one thing, and the jokes aren't super rewatchable in my opinion. I just don't remember it being really funny. Like there are funny, like the one interview scene is funny in Superman. I just don't, it's just not all that. I'm sorry. I feel like a lot of comic book people are glazing it, and it's like, maybe it's just because I'm not a Superman guy. I don't know. I really like the actor for Superman. I really think he embodies and cares about Superman. I just feel like he didn't get he kind of sounded whiny in the movie. I feel like he didn't really get to show, maybe that is Superman, a little bit whiny. He just didn't really get to show off that he's the Man of Steel, you know what I mean? Not like you need to be some powerful man to show that off. He did have a lot of powerful scenes where he just stood in the air, and that was one of my complaints, that he just stood in the air a lot. This is not a Superman review, I'm sorry. Which, I want to touch on that. That was supposed to like show that like he's taking care of civilians and he's being graceful with his touches, but like he wasn't. He wasn't doing that. He was just standing there aura farming. So I'll let you know if that happens in this movie. I think this movie's gonna be a lot funnier and not MCU centric. Like Captain America: Brave New World was better than Superman in every way. Just keep it real. I really like what they're building. I think what they did is made all the Disney Plus stuff, like all the She-Hulk stuff, bad on purpose. I really think they made it all iffy like that, because Moon Knight and stuff is good. It's like they only cared about certain elements, and they have all these ideas for spin-offs like Armor Wars that they canceled, I think. Secret Invasion was so bad. I feel like they just did these certain things to just get them out of the way and be bad on purpose. So that way people wouldn't get burnout. If everybody's hating and complaining, then it's going to look good when everybody watches Secret Wars and Doomsday and sees, oh my god, this is what I want and stuff. Like, people say, this is probably the narrative right now, that since Deadpool and Wolverine, the MC has been back on track. I didn't even watch Deadpool and Wolverine because it just didn't seem like a movie I'd want to go see in theaters. Not my type or something. Like Captain America: Brave New World, I've been hyped for that since I knew Sam Wilson was Captain America. Since I knew, like, comic wise, he would become Captain America in the MCU at some point. I thought that was gonna be so cool. Like, I want him to have his own trilogy and stuff. So unless they just went crazy with some rewrites and just like started structuring their universe, which they really did adapt to the Kang stuff really well, which I know that's the whole thing. So maybe this is all just like really convenient that it's working, is what I think. But I think they have a good story going. People said the post-credit scene for Brave New World was bad. Dude, like, what do you think is going to happen? It was good. The leader warned him of anomalies happening or something like that. The leader warned Captain America, Sam Wilson, that like incursions are beginning. And then in the post-credit scene of Thunderbolts, which I like people are commenting on TikTok saying, Superman. I'm glad they left the stuff to the sequels in the next movie, because they added like Supergirl, and Supergirl's gonna have her own movie, and they touch on Peacemaker, where Peacemaker's gonna have his own show, which I don't think that's what it is. I don't really think they were connecting. I don't think those are like post-credit scenes in the movie. I think they were just like building the universe up because this is the first movie. MCU with their post-credit scenes, genius what they're doing. The Fantastic Four ship coming down. Oh my goodness. If it's this post-credit scene and it's connecting, like, who the hell is their Doom? I'm so intrigued to find out. Because me personally, I really like the relationship between Doom and Valeria Richards, which is Sue and Reed's second child. But what I like more is also the, like, I don't know, it would kind of be like a, like how they did it good in the original Fantastic Four movies that came out in the 2000s. Reed and Victor Von Doom having like it's not brotherly, it's just like, it's a rivalry, and they're kind of friends at one point, and now they're just like enemies. But now, in current comics, I think, like, Doom's just like a ruler. He's not really a villain, he's just there. And he still has beef with Reed and his family, but he cares about Reed's family because he used to love Sue, I think. I think that's why. But he's kind of gotten over that. But now he loves Valeria as a daughter, as a surrogate daughter, because he knows, and he genuinely cares too. Not just because he knows that would hurt Reed personally, like, to take that relationship and actually have it and hold weight to it. A parental relationship, parental. That's the stuff I'm excited for. What I like about Johnny Storm is the Ultimate Universe comics and stuff where he's friends with Spider-Man. That's what I'm really excited to see. I hope when they do Doomsday, they'll give because I'm pretty sure Spider-Man's going to be one of the main characters they follow, unless they change that, and that's a different movie, like Secret Wars. Pretty sure they're going to follow like 5 of the main characters around. Spider-Man, Captain America, and probably Black Panther, and the Thunderbolts, and the Fantastic Four. And what I think about that is, I really want to see Human Torch and Spider-Man have a friendship like they do in the comics. And then, are their universes gonna merge? I don't know. Like, I don't know how it's all gonna work. Is their universe just destroyed? Like, did the Fantastic Four let all their people on their Earth die? I know you can't really save them, but like, did they try to evacuate anybody else with them? Like, what about their parents and stuff? Or, like, I'm just wondering, because I know that they named Franklin after Sue's dad, usually. So, that's what I'm thinking about. And what I was mentioning about the Doom stuff, I like that he is like an adversary on Earth. What I've heard is he might be drifting off in space, and he tried to fight Galactus first, and that's the post-credit scene, is the Fantastic Four finding him. I don't want to see that, unless they like knew him in past tense, but like, it's like, why is he just out here now? But I know they have history as heroes, like they fought a lot of villains. So, wonder what their history is, and I'll explain it. I think the CGI for their powers is going to be really good from what I've seen in those costumes with Mr. Fantastic and stuff. I can't really imagine what Johnny looks like. I haven't seen the Silver Surfer scenes. Like, I haven't watched a lot of the trailers, especially lately. So the Silver Surfer scene in 3D and stuff is just, like, it's going to hold so much weight, I feel like. I don't know. I know the original Fantastic Four movies feel kind of slow. There's a lot of build-up, but they're really good building it up. Me personally, I didn't hate Fan 4 Stick because it was a take on the Ultimate Universe. They're trying to be a little darker. A lot of stuff was being darker around that time, like Amazing Spider-Man, The Dark Knight, Men of Steel. All that stuff was being darker. Well, they're basing it off The Dark Knight is what I mean. Because that's what people liked. Realism, gritty. I really like the Thing's design in that. I like Miles Teller. I want him to be the Maker from that universe specifically. It would be so cool. Because I really feel like they were setting that up in some way. Johnny Storm not just being Peter Parker's friend, because in the Ultimate Universe, it's like the Human Torch, Iceman, Spider-Man. It's like they got a cool little friend group going. Iceman with his do-rag. That's a cool character. That's somebody I would want to be. But I like how Johnny, I don't know if he's a womanizer. He just has a lot of girlfriends. He's a flirt. I really want to see that. I was scared they weren't going to do that, but then I saw some stuff like they released a little bit of promo or whatever for the movie, or like trailers. I saw clips on TikTok, I'm pretty sure. And it just shows Johnny, like he is that guy. He is kind of a flirt. Charismatic, I know that. But I mean, yeah, he also has that good relationship with Ben that they're playing off well. Say the thing. That's not really, I don't think that's gonna get me unless it builds up great to that. But it just feels like he's a little bit too annoying. But hey, that's his character. That's actually really good. I'm excited. Yeah. At first, the idea of Joseph Quinn, is that his name? I didn't not like it because of Stranger Things. I just didn't like it because, me personally, I just don't find him that hot. He's not Johnny Storm hot. So, I'm eager to see that, I guess. Like, when, no offense or anything, I'm sure everybody feels their own way. Like Doctor Strange and Marvel Rivals, I don't think he's hot either. I think they made him too, like, strong and stuff, just for no reason. Like, they gave him a whole upper body. It's like, when does Doctor Strange work out specifically upper body only, no leg day? With Johnny, I don't want it to feel forced because I don't know what to say. Like, he's really got to have a lot of personality. That's what I feel about that person, because he just doesn't seem like somebody you'd fawn over like that, like over a movie. Is that rude? I don't know. I kind of like it. I think because it could mean a lot if he was that guy. If he was attractive. This is such an awkward topic right now because I don't want to be rude. Like, obviously that actor's hot, but I just don't think he's Johnny Storm level. Like Chris Evans, I think he's different. He's like blonde hair, blue eyes, kind of hot, which I'm pretty sure his natural hair color is blonde. But as Captain America, I mean, I'm brown, brunette. His natural hair color is that. But as Human Torch, that's why I probably didn't fit. It's probably why it didn't work, because he had a shaved head and stuff. Like, I imagine Johnny Storm as blonde. He's got shades on or something. I know they show the underwear commercial. That's what I kept trying to get to. They show the underwear commercial, and then you see like girls screaming at it, and it's like, okay, like, I get it. Like, obviously, I want a billboard like that. That'd be hot. But like, realistically, I don't think there's gonna be a crowd screaming for that. I don't know. Or maybe there would be. I don't know why. I don't really know what my complaint is. I just don't see it. I just don't see the attractive feature yet. So when it gets to that, I will probably. I really like the Things design with the beard. It looks like they took inspiration from the comic where he goes to the future. I think that's cool. Oh, and then what I was saying, I think your name, I don't want to say it wrong. Maybe it's Vanessa Kirby? Sue Storm? Or, like, it makes sense, the casting. I like it now more. She was the only one I really liked to begin with. Well, all of them. I liked all of them, besides Pedro Pascal, because he just didn't seem like Reed Richards at first. But he does. They all do. They all seem like their characters. It's just weird having them be incursions into the main universe, because it's not like they belong there. And I'm not trying to say anything wrong right there. It's just literally like they don't belong there. I don't know what to say. Like, excuse me. I have the same flaw with Miles Morales. Like, Miles Morales wouldn't be the MCU Spider-Man, or maybe eventually, but Peter Parker always has to exist first, in my opinion. I think it would have been weird if they just started with Miles Morales. So that's what it feels like, because Miles Morales, if you didn't know, came from the Ultimate Universe. He's an incursion too. So it's just weird pulling them like that. I don't want them to do that with the X-Men either. Just pull them and put them in there. I want them to create new whenever they have their next reset. I hope they didn't cut Mole Man. I don't think I've heard Galactus talk in the trailers yet, but I want him to bring the weight that Silver Surfer says that he can bring. If that makes sense. I don't want him to feel like the Green Lantern movie with Parallax. I feel like it's going to be like that. He just kind of invades. Besides, the difference would be the movie ends. When in the first Fantastic Four movies, or the second one, I know he looked bad, but it really felt like, man, he's gonna come consume the Earth, is what I remember from that. And I like how Silver Surfer looks, so like, it doesn't really matter if it's a boy or a girl, but what I don't want is for there to be a whole lore, like they had an original Silver Surfer, and she's his girlfriend, like in the comics. I think this is a different universe, just make her the main one. Yeah, that's how it is and stuff. Yeah, I don't really have any complaints. CGI looks great from what I've seen. I just don't want it to be all in my face, or like have the battle scenes be pure CGI in the background like they did in Superman. That's what I'm worried about. Should I do a pre-projection rating? I don't know how long the movie is, and I didn't check. I think it's going to be like just over 2 hours or just under. So that's going to be cool. That's going to be cool. I hope it's not slow. I feel like it won't be. I feel like, because like, unlike Superman, how the whole movie, it was 2 hours. Yeah, it was 2 hours, and it really felt like we're just getting into the universe. It is Marvel. Like, it already has an established universe, but it's a parallel to it. So they're going to be going through and they're going to be establishing not the Marvel universe, but the Fantastic Four as characters. And they can kind of do that standalone, and then you're going to see it all wrapped together, and you're going to see references. And I'm hyped for that. Okay, I'm going to watch First Things First before I go to... They're getting 3 hours on their show, which I think is so cool. First Things First. It's really pretty out. It was a very friendly fly. Oh no. against the wall. I just really like where I am. I wanted to show that. I thought since it's so beautiful, I would do a change of scenery. Beautiful, I mean the sun is setting, if you didn't know. If you couldn't tell by the rays. I just didn't really want to talk in public. But yeah, I'm gonna give my review while going on the trail. Because people will be commenting, because if you didn't know, I live in a hotel right now and stuff. People are commenting that all I do is just like leech online. No. I'm 19 years old. I shouldn't really be living in a hotel. I have parents and stuff. I'm trying to be self-sufficient, and I think this is a smart way to do it. I don't trick anybody. I don't lie. I just really try to be honest and real about my life and what's going on. Sorry, I know this isn't a vlog or anything like that. Fantastic Four, first steps. What did I think of it? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I have my mic on. So anybody who passes me by, they're gonna know what I'm doing. I don't really mind that, if you couldn't tell. I was trying to show off my fit while I was in the movie theater. I don't give a fuck. I really want y'all to see. Let's drip that fuck out. Marvel, we went in there rocking Marvel. The audience was fine. There's two snobs behind me. Whatever that means. Sounds like a Jewish slur. I don't know what it means. They just started talking like 10 minutes before the movie ended. And oh my goodness, the ending was pretty good. It's pretty much an origin story. Post-credit scene, it's Doctor Doom, but it's iffy. It's just him taking off the mask, and you don't see his face. And yeah, this is spoilers. It's not a post-credit scene, by the way. It's the end of the movie, which I feel like... I mean, like, it's after the credits, but the credits are, like, barely any credits. They were great. I like when credits are, like, what they did. You know what I mean? It just showed all the main characters, all the main actors, and their names. Okay. So I kind of shit on the movie before I saw it, which I think is reasonable. That's what I was expecting. What I said is what I was expecting. I saw it. It's pretty good. It's like one of the best Marvel movies made. I mean, like, I'd have Endgame, I'd have all the Spider-Man movies, like, all of them besides Tobey Maguire's above it. You know, I mean, it's not better than Captain America Civil War, but it's great for what it is. I would put it above all the other Fantastic Four movies. Johnny Storm, he was really good. He was really charming. I thought he wasn't going to be hot. You know, I said the underwear thing, that scene, I must have saw like a bad clip of it, or I just like read it wrong when it popped up and I remembered it wrong. They didn't really show his appeal to the world and all, and like fangirls or anything in that. It was just okay. My favorite character was Sue Storm. I think Sue Storm's for the girls, or whatever you'd say for that. Like, she feels like written by a woman. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I wanted to cry every time she was speaking about her child, I feel like, but I didn't cry once watching that shit. But it is probably a sad movie. Like, if I were with a girlfriend and we were like thinking about having a kid or something, oh my goodness, the stakes. Because the stakes that I saw, if you didn't know, Galactus wants their baby. Okay, he wants Franklin Richards because Franklin Richards is as powerful as Galactus is, more powerful. He's a reality warper. So, he wants Galactus wants Franklin so he can take over Galactus' seat in the universe. And I have one complaint about that. Hi. Galactus. So he wanted Franklin to take over his position in life or whatever, like as the consumer of worlds, or whatever he is, just a world eater. She's a man. And so what I don't get about that is he wants to rest, he wants to die, right? So why doesn't he just let the Fantastic Four try to kill him, or why doesn't he kill himself or something? Like, what is he doing? Like, what is the point of Galactus? Not gonna lie. Like he just eats to eat. I get it, but I don't get it. Cause like, what do you gotta do that for? I feel like it's some sort of thing like, oh, there's gotta be chaos in a world of good or something like that. Another complaint? And then I'll go from start to the end of the movie. I'm just not really good at that. I want to get these thoughts out quick so I don't forget them. There's no other superheroes. They're the premier superhero team. Look how pretty the grass is. Hope my lawn's like this. It's so cool. So they are the protectors of Earth. Throughout the whole movie, the citizens of Earth are like gloating about the Fantastic Four. They trust them with their lives. They literally do the whole movie, which, I mean, it's built up over years. Of course they would. It makes sense. And this is spoilers. So the world didn't get destroyed or anything. They didn't have to abandon ship, which is what the trailers made me think was gonna happen. That they're gonna have to. They don't reveal the plot. They did a really good job of not revealing the plot. I know people on TikTok were saying that they saw like one scene of Mr. Fantastic stabbing something into Galactus. They're like, oh my god, they found the cosmic control rod. Like they're spoiling the whole movie. And I kind of thought that. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how they beat him? Reed creates the cosmic control rod. But no, that's not what happens. It's so pretty. There's just a lot of bunnies around here. Or hares, or rabbits. Not trying to say they're any sort of thing. I had some funny words, but whoosh, I'll just keep that to myself and get to the review still. So, the thing that I didn't like is they're the only superhero team. They didn't reference one other hero. They really focused on building out the family and showing off their powers, which I appreciate, but what I love about the MCU is that it's the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that there's stuff going on in it. Which I didn't watch the final credit scene because I googled it. I'm like, is there a post-credit scene to First Steps instead of just a mid-credit scene? And instead it was just like them going over some of the villains in a cartoon. Like, I don't want to see that. Just got it there. Like, I'll see it eventually somewhere on TikTok or something. Even though I don't use a lot of scrolling apps anymore. I'm kind of busy, is what I told my brother. I'm busy. He's like, with what? With life, bro. I'm a busy guy. I do a lot. Like, if my videos be an hour, what do you think I do with the 23 hours? Minus at least 8 to sleep. Usually. Plus all the playing games. Plus working when I do. Busy guy. And I read. And I write. No, for real. And I watch TV, and I eat, and I cook. So you know who else cooks? We great with transitions today. Ben Graham, he cooks. I like that they gave him that trait, because it feels like, I don't know if that's what the actor likes, but he's the dude from The Bear, so they made him cook. That's cool. And he has his beard, and I wonder who thought of that, about the beard idea. If it was him. If it was the actor, because he has a beard in real life, so if he ever has to go human, like in Secret Wars, if he has to go human, because maybe that's just what happens sometimes, then he will. There was a lot of moments where it felt like the characters were going to sacrifice themselves. Johnny, twice. Silver Surfer was amazing. It was so good. I kind of knew her whole story once she kind of got introduced, not gonna lie. Like, she has the classic origin for Silver Surfer. She was part of their planet, or maybe they changed it a little bit, but there's been a few versions, I think. So, can you shut the fuck up, bird? Thanks. So the version that she is she's on her planet and she wants to protect her family, so she becomes the Herald of Galactus, and then she kills all these other worlds. And then Johnny, I like how they made Johnny smart, because he's part of their team. He's got to be smart. I feel like most superheroes in the world would be the smart people, but that's also what I don't like. I don't like, I know Spider-Man's a genius, but and I know, like, Daredevil's a lawyer. Like, everybody's got their own thing, you know what I mean? So Johnny, I like him being the hot, charismatic guy, and he's just kind of there. Like, it's not like he really does anything to get rich. Like, in the normal ones, in the original ones, I mean, they made Johnny, he was like a professional, stunt driver or something? Dirt bike person? So I like that. But Joseph Quinn, he did a really good job. He made me like his version of Johnny Storm with his performance. Oh, what did I like about it? He had this thing going on with Silver Surfer where he's like, what the fuck is that? There's something ahead of me. Okay, I'm gonna try to ignore that, I guess. I don't know what else to say. It might be the, I forget what they're called, but I Googled it and I figured it out, so I do know. It's in my notes somewhere. But through there's some pipes, those places where they do gravel and stuff. I don't need a reminder, I'm just saying I know, and I don't know right now. That's okay. Joseph Quinn, Johnny Storm. He's like, oh, there's a sexy alien. I thought the movie was really funny. I thought it was way funnier than Superman. Like, just straight up. It wasn't like sprinkled in with too much Marvel humor. The only times it got a little crowded was when it just felt like usually Johnny and Ben hate each other in a loving way. In this, they felt like they're just really funny with each other in a loving way. Which is fine. They got room to grow that. I think that's really good though. Never mind, I got distracted. Flew my hand out. What if I hit somebody? Like, what do I need to do all that for? Okay, Mr. Fantastic. Pedro Pascal did a great job. He really carries the weight of the team, which I'll get to Sue and say stuff about her. Sorry if this is loud. The fuck is going on in there? Are they all reproducing? Just gonna run past it. Fucking bugs, bro. Should have sprayed myself. Reed Richards. He really holds the weight of his knowledge. It really feels like what he was trying to do, which was transport the Earth, because this is spoilers. They're trying to teleport the Earth away from Galactus, and then they changed their minds. he had to keep thinking throughout the whole movie, and he kept doing it on the spot, and you could always tell he has these background thoughts too, because he takes everything into account even if he doesn't want to do it. But it kind of like, they kind of like tease that he could be evil, but he's not. Like, you can tell he's not. That's what I think they're doing. Now, I don't know if evil is the right word, but like the whole thing is sacrificing their child. And Reed, a few times, he has to weigh the options, not because he wants to, but because like it's just what it is, right? He wants to protect the world, not just his family. I mean, they're the same thing. So weighing his options, like, if to save Earth all we have to do is give up Franklin, he's like, maybe we do. And then later that comes up again, and then he just can't bring himself to say it. And I don't know if that was manipulation. I mean, I think it's like subconscious manipulation. Like, the way they're portraying Reed is he's too friendly to be that kind of guy to force his wife's hand like that or anything. But he made her be the one to say it in front of everybody, saying that they're going to use Franklin as bait. So that's what they did. They used him as bait, and it almost went to shit, not gonna lie. And then Sue Storm, the best character in the movie, she had to use her powers to save Franklin Richards and all of them. Galactus had him in the palm of his hand, and Galactus seemed so powerful, but he seemed like a putz, because why the fuck you walking down on Earth sniffing the ground and shit? It's like, if this dude wants to rest, which I think means die, or maybe he just means go dormant, he doesn't want to use his powers anymore, he just wants to like live a normal life. He says, I used to be tiny like you. But he didn't let it happen to him. There's no reason for him to let it happen to him. There's also no reason to like keep destroying. It was confusing. Maybe they'll explain it in the future. I just think Galactus is just one of those guys that's there to be evil. And I didn't like that. Because at the end of the day, it's like, if you talk to him, if two people had a conversation, like if Franklin's older, which they do a time skip at the end of the movie. That's why I said the wraps up's really good, and it's like an origin story. Sorry if it's loud. I wanted to go to the river, but I'm just gonna go this way. See, I had that complaint with Galactus. The Sue Storm, the fucking goat. She uses her powers to save her baby. She's like, Reed, go save him. And then Reed Richards, he's like, Sue, you can't, you have to stop. Because obviously, that's his wife, that's his girl. He's gonna protect her with his life too. He's like, you can't do this. But she says, save Franklin. So of course he listens to that woman because that's his woman. And hell yeah, I mean, his lady, he gonna do that shit in a quickie. I just saw two birds fly together, like a couple. Sue Storm, she feels like the heart of the team. Her and Johnny have a really good, like they have a great family dynamic, but her and Johnny have a really good brother and sister duo, which I never really, maybe because it's been a while since I've seen them. The other Fantastic Four movies, you never really see that. It's like, it just feels so forced. It just feels like they aren't siblings. It feels like they're fighting all the time or something. In this one, it feels like they are siblings, like they do fight, but they're siblings. You know what I mean? Like she goes in and has her one-on-one time with Johnny when like Reed's too busy to talk to him or something, and she's like, what did she say to you? Talking about Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer was so good too. Did I explain how they did her introduction? Yeah. She makes the big sacrifice play instead of Johnny at the end. Johnny, a few times, he goes up to her, he's like, take me instead of Franklin, I'll go to Galactus. Even though like it's pretty obvious he can't do that, it felt kind of forced like from him. It just felt like he was trying to be like, oh, big man, like look at me, Silver Surfer. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I'll sacrifice myself, I'm so brave, like that. Because like he knew, like you would know it wouldn't work, right? But maybe it would work. Maybe he tried it because he would do it if he had to. You know, I kind of feel that way about what I would have to do in that situation too. Silver Surfer at the end, Johnny's like, tell Franklin his Uncle Johnny loves him. Ooh, goes right into Galactus. He's aiming towards Galactus to push him back in the portal. There's only 10 seconds left out of all 37 they had. And then Silver Surfer comes, knocks him out of the way, right into Galactus' chest, pushes him through, and poof, they're both millions of light years away or something like that. And they're not going to come back for a long time because Galactus doesn't have a ship anymore. Which, hey, they didn't even cover that. What happened to his ship? Maybe it started flying back to him or something like that. I didn't miss that or anything. They really didn't cover that. Okay. So the start of the movie, it's just showing this is the Fantastic Four. They came to Earth. Here's what. Fuck. They went to space. They came back. They have powers now. Reed calls them anomalies. You know what I mean? Like, it's the normal Reed Richards. Oh, what is happening to us? I didn't mean to do this. Sort of nice guy shit going on. But at the end of the day, they have superpowers. I'm glad they didn't harp on Reed's insecurities too much. I don't know if that's the right word, because he's not like, oh, I'm stretchy. I'm stretchy. He's not like that. He's like, I could have protected you, Ben. I'm sorry you're this way type shit. Which is like normal. I would feel bad too if I'm the reason my best friend who piloted my ship turned into a pile of rocks with no cock. Some real talk. I would feel a little guilty. So I understand that. I don't hate that. Sorry if it was loud with all the bugs. I don't know why they do that. And somebody could tell me if they want, because comments boost engagement. So it gives us an introduction. They're taking out some villains. Oh, what I was trying to say about the villains earlier, about the superheroes, how they didn't dive in to them. I know it's a different universe, but wouldn't one other hero exist? Like maybe they have their own Ghost Rider or some shit. They could have just thrown a newspaper out. Maybe I missed it, like a newspaper, but there wasn't anything. Like there's no Peacemaker on the TV. I don't know if that's a good comparison or not, but it's world building. And I know they're a different Earth, but I thought what we were doing is we were going to merge their Earth, or not even that. Just the main characters, the Fantastic Four, were going to come to our Earth, or the 616, I mean, whatever the main Marvel one is. And our. But it's not what happened, even though there's the Doom thing at the end. So there's totally stuff to touch on. It doesn't, like you'd think it would have connected up to the end of Thunderbolts. That's what I thought the credit scene was going to be, but it doesn't, which sucks. Because there's stuff missing, and I'm not wanting to find out what's missing. I'm like, I didn't get it. Like, I didn't get it. I didn't get to come. That's how I feel. Did I say this shit? Sue Storm, when Franklin's in the hand of Galactus, she pushes him back into the portal that he has to escape through, or they send him away through. And with that, she fucking dies. Sue Storm dies, and there's some people talking behind me. Franklin's gonna bring her back. Franklin's gonna bring her back. Pretty sure they were saying that like really quietly. It's like, shut the fuck up. 20 minutes left to the movie. Not like they were doing it a lot or anything, but for real, like, you can talk after. You can't last 20 minutes. So she dies. She full dies. Reed's like freaking out. It takes a little. It doesn't take too long, but he's like pumping her chest and giving her CPR for like a minute or two. And it's just not working. So then, those people outside, I don't want to spoil the movie for them. So then they put Franklin on Sue Storm's chest, and he revives her. He just does, even though he's like 10 days old maybe, or I don't know, maybe it was a month. They didn't really tell you exactly. They kept saying dates. They kept saying like the Fantastic Four were on their space excursion for a month, but it looked like it took like 2 days, which I know like space and stuff, but they're able to use a wormhole, so it was really confusing. They didn't really explain what kind of technology they had and what they didn't. It's like, how many times can Reed invent teleportation? He has this device in space that allows you to teleport through wormholes, but he made this device on Earth that allows an egg to teleport. It's like he's just inventing teleportation, but like, what the fuck is the spaceship for? And when did you come up with that? And when did you test it? Like, how do you know it was gonna work? Maybe they didn't, maybe they just got lucky. But like, what if the whole Fantastic Four would have died going through the wormhole the first time if that was their first time testing it? Okay. So it feels like they were building up, because they didn't lose in the end. They won. Except for Doom appearing at the end. And that makes me wonder, it makes me think that they're going to use Reed as, he is the smartest man ever. Like, he's number one, unless they add Moon Girl or whatever. But I don't know how they're gonna introduce that or like actually be able to state that she one-ups him. But compared to Tony Stark, it doesn't feel like Tony Stark had the weight of the world in his hands. It feels like, because literally the world, all the nations united together to build this machine to bring Galactus in. I mean, never mind, that's a lie. They built this machine to teleport the Earth away. See, I get confused because they switched plans at the end of the movie. Because Silver Surfer started destroying shit. But like Tony, it'd be more like the Avengers. They complain about the Avengers. They wouldn't say, "Oh, Tony Stark, he's some, I can't believe that guy." Maybe they were like that and they didn't show it on screen, but no, they make Miro's Iron Man. Excuse me. So it feels more like a lot of people look up to Reed than just the Fantastic Four. I mean, they look up to all of them. I know people on Yancey Street like Ben Grimm. He's there a lot in the movie, and they give him a love interest. I don't really know what the whole point of that side plot is because they didn't finish it. So it's like, so I'm guessing they're going to merge realities after Secret Wars, and that's when Fantastic Four 2 will come out after Secret Wars. And then they're still going to have some of those characters that existed. The movie starts, some of the flashbacks that they're showing, like taking down some of the villains, they don't show all the villains, like they don't show the Red Ghost, they cut them out. I don't know why. Does that mean they don't have to pay them as much every time it's reshown or something? I wonder why they did that. Not like they needed to show them, but it would have added to it. Mole Man. Mole Man's in the movie. I thought he wasn't going to be in it. Ain't nobody got to be doing all that. And it just ended. They're fucking gone. Oh my god, is that a bat? That's insane. I just saw a bat, I think. Yeah, it was. I know it was. I'm pretty confident in that. Pretty confident in a lot. Mole Man, okay, so my problem with Sue going into the movie where I said, I didn't really explain it even. I just said, I just didn't really feel like these characters were these characters, okay? And they are, at the end of the day, they are. It's a different universe is how I be fine with it. I don't know why, because they're not all white. No. They are. 3 of them out of 4 are, aren't they? I don't know what, she works. It's just like, we're meeting them when they're adults instead of young adults, and I think that's the difference. No disrespect at all. She's hot as hell. So that was my only complaint about her. And she ate her role up. And also, so what I say about that is, she doesn't feel like, and I could see it. I could totally see it. It just doesn't. It still doesn't feel like Namor and all these other characters would be after Sue Storm, because she's Sue, like, because when they talk to her, like in the comics, they make these dudes like Namor look like they're bowing to her, and like oh yeah, she's that girl, like she's that lady, and I will listen, like oh, you are a queen and I need you, type shit. Like I get that, but she doesn't really feel like a queen. Okay, I don't know. Maybe that means I'm not a simp, but I kind of am. In a good way. It is a good way to be a simp. Who wouldn't want to be down bad for your girl? Yeah, I don't know. But I feel like they tried to replicate that early with Mole Man, saying that he respects Sue. And I get that. I get that it comes from respect about her personality and stuff. Like the queen status. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a dick. That's okay. So Mole Man was there. They have Subterraria. It's right under New York. How would people feel about that if you had a whole nation, they call it a nation, just under New York? They have to evacuate people there. Feels more like a plot device. Same with Galactus walking on Earth. Feels like plot devices. But I guess he had to go grab Franklin, so it makes sense. But it also feels like he was just giving himself to the Fantastic Four, letting them do their plan or whatever. And I wonder why that is. Also, they show Latveria at the United Nations table or whatever it is, like when Sue's giving a speech to all the people, because that's how they see her, as like this diplomat, which I don't know. I wonder why that is. Just because she's the girl on the team, or because she's actually that bitch, if that's okay to say. I don't think so, because bitch is kind of demeaning, but like she's that diva, that girl. Like she clearly has a leash over the whole family, right? Not like that even. She just like loves them and they love her back. I don't know how to describe it. She was my favorite character in it. So they go to space because Silver Surfer appears, and then the whole space thing happens. They talk to Galactus. Galactus says, I want your baby. He forces Sue Storm to give birth there on the spot. They have to get her the hell out of there. I feel like Silver Surfer was not trying to get them. I feel like she like took her time doing it, you know what I mean? Like she didn't actually want to kill their baby or grab their baby right then. She wanted to give them a fair chance to get Galactus. I feel like that was kind of just like there. I don't know how else to describe it. That's just her character. Fucking mosquitoes on my back. I had cotton candy while I was in there. So, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Pretty much Galactus comes to Earth after a few days of all their preparation. Reed kind of seemed like, he just seems like he needs help. He seems like a genius, but why does he need people to say words when he can put the dots together himself? Like he needed to hear his wife's speech in order for him to be like, oh, this is what we should do. But like, you already had that plan down. Like you already said that. It just felt like she gave a speech, and he didn't need to like say, oh, you inspired me. He just didn't need to do that. It just makes him feel like he's a good husband, but you know what I mean? He should be more independent, more ostracized from her. It felt like they were just trying to keep them together, not like they should be apart. So then, I already explained the end of the movie. Sorry if it's loud, I don't know what the fuck these bugs are doing. there's a 4-year time skip. And the time skip brings them to Franklin being 4 years old, which means that, because I have little sisters, I was playing The Sims today, and I almost cried because I missed them so much. And Franklin, he's in, like, I know he's the age where he's gonna be able to make his first, like, decision, if that makes sense. Like, that's what being 4 is, so I wonder where that's gonna be. Like, maybe he creates or saves Battle World. Creates or saves Battle World. I don't know if you caught that. So it exceeded my expectations, but it didn't blow me out of the water. Better than Superman for sure. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's better than The Amazing Spider-Man, if you wanted to know that. So let me know what you thought about it. Thanks for watching. The score, the visuals, and the CGI was really good. I'm changing my shirt because I didn't know it was backwards until right now.